So in this episode, are we going to see weddings? Can anyone else just hear in their head, I have died every day waiting for you? No, just me? Okay, all right, let's rehash. Love is blind. Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Wilko Rehashed. Yeah, my name and the name of the brand. It makes sense. Make sure you've given this video a thumbs up. Also, comment below as you're watching with all of your thoughts, feelings, and concerns. I love reading them. Hey, before we get into 2024, and I know we have a little bit of time to go, we want to get 24,000 sweet baby angel subscribers on this channel before we get to 2024. So make sure you've subscribed. It really does help me continue with the trash, mess, and drama full time. Because really, I'm the only social commentary reacts channel for reality TV, right? I'm the only one? Sorry? All right, we have to get into episode 11 of Love is Blind. It's season 4 from Netflix. A lot of you sweet baby angels, and if you don't know why I call you sweet baby angels, it is also in the description below. You have messaged me and you have commented that I need to do all the Love is Blind. But let's just get through this one first, because I don't know if any of us are going to get out of it alive, especially not KWAME. Once again, a morning starts rocky with our favorite couple, KWAME and Chelsea.
What's up?
I was very excited to marry you.
Don't ask her if she's good.
But last night, you saying how it's important that I don't take your name until you're able to speak to your mother about it, make sure that she has a say in our marriage.
I just feel like it's gonna be tough for me to just look at my mom and be like, you've cared for me and loved for me for 32 years, and I'm just throwing your opinion away. That's not fair.
Yeah, but it's also not fair. Oh, it's tough because I think KWAME's actually making a huge mistake. But here's the thing. If mum doesn't want to be involved now, she doesn't really get to have a say later. I get why she's doing it. It makes a lot of sense to me. But you can't worry about mum's opinion. Deep down, if you think about it, KWAME, her opinion is no. Do you want to come and say hello early? Come and say hello early. Oh, hello. Sweet prince of mine. Oh, you want to come under here? Okay. Yes, I know. I've just got to do this episode and then we'll go out, okay? I think KWAME is using his mum not loving this situation as a way for him to sort of just open that door and keep one foot sort of out the door. And if his mum goes, no, you do not have my blessing. I do not want this to happen. You cannot take our family's last name. KWAME's like, well, we've got to wrap it up, Chels, because mum is not keen on this. Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe I'm also 100% right that KWAME just leave a little crack in the door.
But falling in love with you in the pods was one of the most sacred, beautiful things I ever got to do. Because my family has thoughts. I fell in love with you and picked you for me. And for that reason, I'm so at peace.
I just want to make sure that we're both happy going into it.
Of course. Why wouldn't we be happy?
Don't do that. Stop that. I love you.
I love you too.
Again, it feels like a microaggression when they say, I love you, I love you, I love you, because they don't. And no matter how many times you say it, I don't think either of you are going to be convinced by it. But okay, let's push on. Sacred in the pods, you say. Okay, sacred pods. And even with that comment again, KWAME is certainly leaving the door, not even just like a little bit of a crack, like the door is like, oh, it's a third of the way open, ready for him to get out. I just want to make sure that we're both happy. And Chelsea's face was shocked that he possibly couldn't be happy. But he just wants to leave that a little bit open to go, but just remember when I said maybe I wasn't 100% happy.
I'm committed to you.
No, I know.
Right? But like I could be questioning that, but like I'm not. You know, like I've been 100% honest with you. I'm not looking at anyone else.
Well, I'm not concerned about you looking at anyone else. It's like I want
options.
it to feel fully right to you because you owe that to yourself and to me. It's okay to change your mind and things.
What? Well, he already changed his mind. He knows full well it's okay. He's done it. I don't know if it's okay to change your mind again. It was almost like Bliss was trying to give him the green light to sort of wrap it up in case he wasn't feeling it. Yeah, no, I know I make a mistake, but I made a mistake in that last one, so this one can't end up being a mistake. So I've just got to back it in and hope that I never realized that it's a really bad thing and a poor decision. It's a mistake.
So he just became very captivating, didn't he?
I don't think he ever judged me or he never told me to, Tiff, like, tone it down. He would sit there and he would listen.
Yes. And you would lie there and you would sleep. No, we're not saying sleep, are we? And you would pass out. Brett must have been captivated because she was out absolutely cold as he was speaking. And still, the very next day he proposed to her. Wild. I love that Brett's dad and his brother, like his dad hasn't flown since, what did he say, the 80s? His dad flew to come and see his new TV bride. That's sweet.
I think you guys made a good connection, you know?
I think so too. Do you approve of my hairdo? Huh? Do you approve of my hairdo?
Yeah, I want people to be themselves.
Thank you. I really like you. I appreciate it. We get along very well. That was perfect.
Do you approve of my hairdo? Well, who cares if she doesn't? Tiff's like, do you approve of my drinking? It sounds like the family gives him a lot of shit for his hairdo. Actually, if he balanced out the beard a little bit more, it would just be like a full, like that's a lot of hair to manage, facial and on top. But he's really pulling off some sort of look.
What is this? And how did it even get into this room? Oh God, my other least favorite shirt.
My tank top?
Singlet in Australia.
Yeah, can't wait to see you in the dress.
I know. I'm really excited. I feel like you're gonna look so handsome.
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah.
Here's what I will say about Micah now, is that I still don't think she's a great person. I'm not saying she's a great person. That is not what I'm saying. But I feel like maybe she does love Paul III. I don't think she's gone about any of this the right way, but maybe she does love Paul III. Or maybe she just loves that he keeps bending to her will. I think he has good intentions, but I don't know if he actually loves her. But who could know in such a short space of time, says the man who got really drunk and told his current boyfriend that he loved him. I think it was in 2 to 3 weeks. I love you. I love you.
Well, love you.
Yeah, love you too.
Bye.
Yeah, see, I'm still not sold. But who can truly know?
Today's our bachelor party, and I'm hyped. I'm excited to just hang out with the guys, you know, celebrate our last night as single men.
Okay, well, that's wrong, Kwame, because you're still not single. I often find that really weird with guys on a bucks who are like, it's your last night as a single guy. You're not single. Sure, your partner might say, go do crazy wild things if you want to, but you're not single. You're not legally married, but we're not saying single. But let's just stop saying it's my last night as a single man or single gal. It's not true.
What is this? Like a rum and coke?
Yeah, I gotta show the same thing.
I don't really do brown liquor like that.
This is what Tiffany gonna take off our hands.
Come on, you know that Brett doesn't do brown liquor like that. Now, Tiffany does anything. So there you'll have no problem. Well, Brett might not do brown liquor, but I certainly do. Oh, I know. Blame where I grew up. A bourbon and Coke is just one of the most delicious things to me. And actually, who needs the Coke? Just put it in a glass. Put the bourbon in a glass and let it burn all the way down.
Girl, you better work it.
I'm actually a real stripper, guy. Own who you are. Never dull it down.
Own who you are. Never dull it down. I agree. You should own who you are and you shouldn't dim your light for anyone. My issue is I don't necessarily believe that Chelsea is being her genuine self all the time. And also, let's be clear, just because you want to own who you are and not dim your light, that's great. But it doesn't give you license to be just a really shitty person all the time. I think a lot of people use this as some sort of cover of like, well, I am who I am. And what I am is a shitty person. I'm not saying Chelsea's shitty, but a lot of behavior lately on the way that she speaks to Kwame, it's made me feel very uncomfortable, as if he is something that she has purchased off the shelf. I feel like her possessiveness is what has led her to be single for all this time. I think I tried to say that the nicest way possible.
How are you?
Hey, what the fuck is going on here? Y'all missing the show.
Yeah, we're good, dude. We're just gonna hang out over here, honestly. It's not really our style. The burlesque dancers, it's just not my thing. I mean, my mother was a stripper. Like, I don't have anything against it. Yeah, I'm not really into it.
All right. I can't look too long, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we know what you're saying, and we're going to send this video straight to Chelsea's phone. Don't worry, she's doing her own show at the moment. There's one person in my life who I know who is a burlesque dancer, and she would hate being called a stripper. So let's not just say burlesque dancers are strippers, because she would come after me. But I kind of get what Zach's saying. It's not for him. Stripping also does nothing for me. I just don't see the point in it. I know, I'm not a prude whatsoever. Although there was this, well, I'm sharing too much again. Back when I was younger, I would have been around 21. A guy that I was working with at the time, he had a bachelor party and it was a big day and we were all very wounded from all of the drinks. And we ended up at a strip club and there was a lady and she was working very hard up on the stage and water came from the ceiling and I thought production value. Sweet baby angel, you know I love production value. Anyway, she was in like a blow-up sort of pool situation and the water came down and she was very wet, which I think is the symbolism that all the straight men were really loving in the situation. And I was just like, wow, the sound of the lighting and her timing was very good. And how she could get up the pole while it was so wet was, I think all of this conversation is going to be flagged by YouTube. Long story short, once she had this sort of ponytail on and she flipped it around and then some of the stripper juices went straight into my mouth. So, and I don't think I've been back to a strip joint. Yeah. Like, it's not that she was a stripper that it made me want to like gag that the water was in my mouth. It's just like anybody's body water going in my mouth. I know a lot of people blamed, bats and pigs and wet markets and stuff, but maybe that's where COVID started, from that little blow-up pool and that strip joint in Melbourne.
This man never met me.
That's
this
great.
man never saw my face.
Chelsea,
he knows me
Yeah, look,
so
and they're right there.
Kwame and I's love story is like a very beautiful slow dance.
A very beautiful slow dance? Well, I guess that kind of makes sense if it's one of those slow dances where you swap partners. Now, what I'm actually thinking of is heel and toe. Yeah, okay, Chelsea, your relationship with Kwame is like heel and toe. And I don't know if the International Sweet Baby Angels would know what heel and toe is.
He loves me for me. He loves me for being extra. He loves me for who I am.
I don't know. I don't know if any of that's true. I don't know. I just don't know. I guess the whole point of this show is that none of us know and we sit here and we speculate, but I really don't know if Kwame does.
I know Seattle's gonna hate me for this, but like, Seattle, you're overpriced. You are Lamar Odom with Michael Jordan prices. You're not that great. I'm trying to get over that.
Thank goodness that I even understand that sports ball reference. Seattle, your response? I live in a place called Canberra, which is technically the nation's capital in Australia. And Canberra, you're going to hate this, but you're overpriced. You should not be more expensive than Sydney. Your cocktail frankfurts at Wagyu beef prices.
She is everything that I have been looking for in a wife.
Dude, I know how particular you are when you're changing your brand of milk.
Yeah.
Oh, God, still got this cough. Yeah, for someone who is so particular about so many things, how did we get Irina? How did you end up with Irina?
I feel ready for marriage. Do I feel fully ready with Zach? I don't know. I love Zach very much. I've never met anyone like him.
Sure. I don't know if that's always a compliment. I guess you could take it one of two ways. I've had people say that they've never met anyone like me before, and sometimes I think, is that a read? Do you mean this in a good way? I don't know if you do. Interesting that Bliss is still undecided, or maybe they're not that undecided and the producers just tell them to make it sound like they're still really deciding. I guess she's had a lot less time, and he did pick Irina first. It would make you question it more knowing how particular he is about changing even brands of milk.
Such the right thing to do. And I'm giving myself the freedom to change my mind. And I was like, great.
She's giving herself the freedom to change her mind. And for the trash, mess, and drama, we love that. Although, I just don't know why you'd go through all the hassle. I saw a lot of comments from you, Sweet Baby Angels, and if you still don't know what that means or where it came from, it is in the description with a lot of other things in this video below. But some of the comments in previous videos for Love is Blind, when I did inquire as to the wedding, apparently Netflix only pays half and you've got to pay the other half? That seems wild. What, and Jackie doesn't have to do any of that, but she got a ring for free?
It doesn't sound like you guys have had like any conflict, like whatever, but if you have or if you have not, I really hope you guys are able to understand how to properly handle conflict.
Yeah.
Because girl, you can be...
Tiv's friend is 100% on the money. We haven't really seen conflict out of them, and I think in a relationship, before you get married, you got to figure out how to argue. I know I have a couple friends, and they're a couple friends who bicker a lot, right? Their way of arguing is to bicker all the time about absolutely everything, and I always think, wow, that's so draining, but that's how they function. They're quite happy. But I don't think I've ever met a couple friend of mine who just don't argue. No, everybody argues. And in this Love is Blind pressure cooker, there's been no conflict. Maybe they are just perfect for each other. Or maybe the first fight they have is gonna be the last fight they have.
Cheers. You crazy bitches. So where's my fucking phone? I need to talk to Paul.
Paul's right here.
I hate you,
Paul.
crazy bitch.
The famous Paul.
Look at him. Wait, come here. Meet my friend Ruby. Hi.
God.
Do you miss me or do you love me?
I don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Do you miss me or do you love me? Say hello to this bitch. Bitch. Paul, do you love me or do you miss me or do you want to fuck me? What do you want?
I wonder how many drinks it takes for Micah to get to that stage. Is she half a glass like Tipsy Tiff, or did she really have to knock him back to get to that stage? Because she is lit. We've all got a friend who gets that drunk and starts calling everyone bitch. Hello, you bitch. Shut up, bitch. There was a girl that I worked with, and you'd go out for a work function, and she would get drunk very quickly, and then she kind of like slapped people in the face. Not too aggressively. Yeah, no, I know what you're thinking. That's assault. Yeah.
Shelby.
It's me getting involved. But I'm showing up to your bachelor party right now. He hung up. Wait, he actually just called back 4 times in a row.
I don't know if Paul III is ready for all of her drunk girlfriends and his drunk girlfriend. I don't know if he's ready for this. Oh, great. So Shelby's there. Shelby. Oh, great. You going to say anything negative about me being an educated human or having some sort of vocabulary? What else do you want to say about me? Oh, I've got glasses on, so that means I must be a nerd.
He's a super nice guy.
But what?
Oh, here we go.
My butt.
What is your butt?
I like him a lot. I think she deserves everything in the world, and I don't think this is it.
I think you guys just both don't know him very well.
Oh, you know him after 2 months?
I know him better than you do.
No, but after 2 months?
I mean, I spent 20 hours a day talking to him. Do I feel like he is everything I've ever wanted? Yes, in this moment I do.
Well, maybe that's her version of Paul III's meeting the minimum requirements. Do I love him in this moment, currently, this second? Yes, I do. Shelby, I thought she'd come around a little bit, but it sounds like she has not come around. She just sort of, when she's not drunk, she's more reasonable. And when she's had half a glass, she's this again. Oh, what is she going to be like at the wedding reception? Oh, look out, Paul III.
I want the best for you. I want the best for you. I think he's great. But it's not great for you. You know, it'd be great for you, Micah. Me, Shelby, I love you. No one will ever be good enough for you but me.
Oh.
Today's my wedding day.
Today is my wedding day. Talk about excitement.
Hello, Bobby. You want to come back for another visit? Oh, it's the wedding days. Yes, that's why I'm excited. The differences in actual excitement are wild. Chelsea is ready. She is so committed to this. I feel like Chelsea, and I've said this before, that she has to be double committed because KWAME isn't as committed and she can feel it, and she thinks that if she can just hold on the tightest, then she can hold on for the both of them. But unfortunately, this is not really how it works.
You're getting married.
I'm getting married!
And also for some girls, it's just about getting married. It's not actually about the person, it's just about the act of getting married and being married.
Yeah, but then again, you wouldn't be you if you didn't love hard.
I wouldn't be me if I didn't love hard. I'm either gonna marry this man and be the happiest girl in the world, or this is the biggest disappointment of my life.
Oh my God, no pressure, Netflix. And from what we've seen in the edit, she hasn't really had that kind of clarity from KWAME, and he keeps talking about, the door being ajar and him being able to run, and he keeps setting up these other things for him to sort of back out later on. Or excuses to use in the reunion. And there's Chelsea once again making a huge statement. At least she said this time she said her life and she didn't say the century.
Hey, look at y'all.
Yo, let's
sit, ma'am.
sit.
To see you just grow and be the man that you are, I raised you right. We slept on the same bed,
Yeah.
so when I had to sneak out, I had you sleep on my side. So you may not be the best brother, you know what I mean? You don't check on nobody.
Well, I'm obsessed with Barbara. Well, that's nice that his siblings could come. This kind of reminds me of other reality shows that we've seen where the family really don't want to participate, but there's a couple of cool siblings.
KWAME, you still pray? Anyway, I'm telling mom. Tell him I always knew I would find a way to cut you off the wheel. But hey, mom, KWAME don't pray, okay?
I'm now double obsessed with Barbara. Barbara, I don't know if you even have to say anything more. It sounds like KWAME's mum is going to cut him from the wheel maybe already has. Maybe she's already seen the solicitor.
I'm in a dream. It feels like a fairy tale. As a young little girl, you dream about this day.
Does it look like this? I don't know if I could trust little girl Chelsea with all of her dreams, considering one of them was to have a scantily clad photo shoot with her fiancé.
You look beautiful.
That noise. Lucky Ari can't hear that.
I need her shoes, though. Look at you. Oh my God, you're so beautiful.
You are a fashionista, really the woman in our culture put this together, and it's the kente. You know about the kente cloth? Yes. You have a piece of Ghana with you.
Oh, well, okay. So now, how many times have I said I'm obsessed with Barbara? I think we're up to 15 times now. I'm really 15 times obsessed with Barbara. Probably knowing full well that KWAME's mum and her mum not going to be stoked about her involvement in this show. She has just gone in there and tried to make Chelsea feel warm and loved by someone from KWAME's family on her wedding day. That's so beautiful. And a gift that's symbolic. A la Barbara.
Yeah. This is
he is shitting.
This is big.
Yeah. Do you wish mom was here?
Of course.
Yeah. Make us proud. You got this.
God, I feel so sick. I don't know. I think he's going to say no. Oh, but even if he says yes, is that also really bad? I don't know. Oh, I got my dinner jacket on ready for the wedding and now I'm all comfortable and hot and sweaty. Still not as much as KWAME is.
I think it wouldn't be right to not have cold feet. There's so much coming up and I'm scared. I'm hella scared. My biggest fear is that we crash and burn. We implode. That's a pretty scary moment. So I hope that we make the right choices.
We're thinking about burning, crashing, imploding. I don't know. The more he speaks, the more I'm certain this is gonna do all the things that he's worried about. And he's got all these things coming up. And I'm hoping it's not breakfast.
I'll take her up.
Where's my mom? My flowers.
Oh.
My dad.
Hi, Dad.
I'm sorry, I'm shaking, baby.
It's okay.
Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of all human relationships.
I'm so nervous.
I love you not only for who you are, but for who I am when I'm with you. So here's to jumping off together to the cliff of the eternal universe. I love you and I'm ready for the most beautiful adventure of life as your wife forever.
Oh, she loves the forever, doesn't she? Okay, the vows were really nice. A little bit like Chat GPT could have written them, but sure, no shame. We're all into artificial intelligence these days. So I do worry how often she says forever. Sorry, forever. See, I love my fiance, but if he was walking around going forever, it feels threatening. Don't threaten me with forever.
I will share what's on my mind. I love the sound of your voice. I love the way you make me feel. I love when we disagree because it makes us come back together and let us know how strong we are. And I just cannot believe that I'm fortunate enough to stand across from somebody who is as captivating as you.
Oh, the energy. I know he didn't write them down, so he's sort of just flying by the seat of his pants, and I don't know, I'm nervous by this energy. The rocking back and forth, I will say something like that politically incorrect uncle at a Christmas lunch, I got something to say. The energy is making me nervous, Kwame.
Do you, Chelsea, take Kwame to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to support him in sickness and in health for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Okay.
Do you, Kwame, take Chelsea to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Is that it? No, of course I would leave it there. Oh, we don't even get to know if one of them makes it before the next dump. Okay, all right, God. That's the end of episode 11 before we get the next dump from Netflix. And I think it's just like one more episode to go and then the live reunion, and who knows how I'm going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to make sure that within 24 hours of it dropping on Netflix, episode 12, the next one, I'll make sure the rehash is with you so we can do that before we get to the live reunion. And again, I don't know how that's going to happen. Could be live show afterwards. I feel like there's probably going to be a lot of things we're going to need to talk about because we need to figure out who's together and who's not. Anyway, that's the end of episode 11. Make sure you've given this video a thumbs up. So many people watch but don't give a thumbs up. What are you doing? What do I need to do to convince you to give me that thumbs up? Also, subscribe. It really does help the channel. And comment below with all your thoughts and feelings about who you think will say yes and who will say no in the next episode. I'll see you then, sweet baby angel. Bye-bye.